User-defined fields are used to customize forms according to your needs. CDESK does not limit you to using only those fields in forms that you will find there after installing the system. Our user-defined fields open the possibility of recording a wide range of value types: text, number, date, checkbox, hyperlink, selection list, etc. We offer multi-level custom fields with various forms of links, required fields, and many other functionalities. Data obtained from these fields will help you find the items you need more efficiently and get more accurate information. You can include these fields as columns in your lists and then filter by them. But where can you use these user-defined fields and how to add them to your forms? User-defined fields can be found in every corner of CDESK, from the configuration database through requests, address book, and orders to users. The most common use is with requests and configuration database, so we will demonstrate how they work here. In other CDESK modules, they work similarly, so you will be able to use them throughout the system without a problem. Creating user-defined fields. To explain the creation of user-defined fields, it is necessary to explain their structure. The custom field that you are going to insert into a form can contain one or more basic properties that can be interrelated. You assign the created custom field to one of the groups, which you will appreciate when inserting them into the form as they are sorted according to them. You can edit the list of custom fields groups through the main menu of the configuration database, user-defined fields, custom fields groups according to your needs. The basic property presents the kind of information that was already mentioned in the introduction. The basic property for a selection field must contain a selection list, pre-filled lists of values. Selection lists can be created by yourself or can be automatically used from existing records in the system, e.g. from the configuration database from the users module. We recommend that you start by creating custom fields in the module in which they will be used. If it will be used in requests, use the option to create it through the request template or in the global settings, requests, basic settings. If it will be used in the configuration database, start from the CMDB, user-defined fields, custom fields. And this is how it applies to every module. Now we will show you how to create an additional custom field for a request template. Select the appropriate template, and at the bottom of the template, select Assign Custom Field. For a new custom field, decide if it will be a custom field with only one box, i.e. Simple Custom Field, or multiple boxes, i.e. Composite Custom Field, and accordingly press the button at the top right corner. Now comes the form. Fill in the mandatory fields marked with a dot. Now you need to add a basic property with the orange button. For example, you can add a selection list for a payment method, so that your technician knows when at the customer's site whether to ask for money or if the service is under warranty. Therefore, we need to create a new basic property, enter a title, and select the basic property type, Custom Selection List. A new selection list row will appear. If you already have one, you can use that, but if not, use the grey Add a Selection List button to create a new one. You need to fill in the title. Feel free to fill in the same name as the basic property itself, and add selection options with the green Add button. If you need to create a complex selection list, i.e. after selecting one option, others will display. You need to add other options below the desired selection with the orange plus button. In the adjacent columns, you can choose whether those options appear when you select them, and which of the values will be the default. You save the selection list and create it with the Save button. You can also add an additional custom field asking about the address, customer's contact, or a selection list for the type of error. Anything you need an employee or customer to share when filling out something, to save time of unnecessarily finding out additional information. After assigning the user-defined fields, you may notice a few checkboxes. These influence the behavior of a given custom field, such as whether a given field is required, whether multiple values can be entered into it, or whether the inscribed value must be unique. When you select Show Collapsed, the composite custom field appears collapsed on the form, and only when you select the Use Custom Field checkbox does the custom field become available for filling in. If you need these custom fields to be checked before you start working with the request, you need to select the Subject to Approval checkbox. You can find out how approvals work in the video linked below. The last of the settings is the Show in the List of Requests. This means that when you add a request, a column for that add-on custom field is created in the list of requests that you can use to search for the required requests. This means that you'll be able to filter requests not only by priority or assignee, which are pre-made custom fields, but also by your own ones. With the last checkbox, you determine whether the field is editable or not during an approval process. You can hide all these settings by unselecting the List of Settings checkbox. To change the order of user-defined fields, just grab the orange arrow button with the mouse and arrange the custom field according to your needs. They will later appear in the form in the order you leave them in the settings. To separate the custom field even more, you can use the New Tab button, which allows you to divide the custom field into different tabs. We will quickly show you user-defined fields in the configuration database. Let us say you want to create a new item type, TV, for a main group. You would like to record the diagonal, brand of the TVs, and port types, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, VGA, DisplayPort. While creating the new item type at the bottom of the window, use the Add Custom Field button. Since the basic properties of the diagonal or the brand are not pre-made, you must create them with the Composite Custom Field button. In the new basic property, select the number type and set the title. Repeat the same procedure with the TV brand, but instead of the number type, choose string or text. Add checkboxes for the types of ports by selecting the Custom Field Type checkbox, and adding the appropriate port as the checkbox title. The Create button saves the composite custom field to the custom field list and assigns it to the item type. As in all lists, you can filter the list to search for items by user-defined fields. So, finding a 43-inch Samsung TV with a VGA and HDMI 1 port will be as easy as it gets. Now you have seen the user-defined fields in the two modules, but as we mentioned earlier, this is only a small part of their use. User-defined fields can be found in the following modules: Address Book, Requests, Orders, Fulfillments, Contracts, Price Lists, Configuration Database, Users. For more information, do not hesitate to search for the manual of specific modules on our website. We hope that with this video, we have made it easier for you to store and use data in CDESK according to your data structure.